Hello, hello, hello. Hello, beautiful souls. I am Alicia Bharani Matahari, the Heart Whisperer. Welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber and drop ins and newcomers, it is wonderful to have you here too. It is truly an honor and a privilege to read your cards. So thank you for being here. I'm really grateful and I adore you all. So today we're doing a pick a card reading. And we're asking about your next glow up, or maybe the current glow up that you're in that's being revealed to you, depending on where you are in the timeline. So we have 3 piles today. Pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of malachite. Pile number 2, we have this beautiful piece of lapis lazuli. And pile number 3, we've got this gorgeous rose quartz carved rose. So decide which pile is for you, and I will be getting started with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We are looking at your glow up today. You chose this gorgeous piece of malachite, which is new to my family. And we'll pop that up here and we'll put your number 1 beside Ganesh. So we'll take a look at your oracle cards first and then pull some tarot. So first up, you have got Earth card. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. And I'm hearing that quote, "We are not in nature, we are nature." And this Earth card pairs beautifully with the malachite. And the malachite, one of its properties to protect from negativity, which is giving me the sense that one of your spiritual gifts is an innate connection to Mother Gaia, the being Mother Gaia, and a protection that goes both ways. You have the singer of transfiguration. And transfiguration is that process of changing form. It ties in very well with the theme of a glow up because you're taking these energies. It all starts in the causal realm where things are formless and they're just thought consciousness. And then through the emotions and the mental and the astral plane, that's where thoughts become things. That's where we visualize. That's where we dream. That's where we travel to other realms. In those realms, in the astral, we can change form very easily. They're less dense realms than the earth. And you're learning to ground that energy into the physical plane. It's really beautiful. It's really a level of mastery. When you embody that radiance, it shows in your physical presence. It's that transfigurative quality as well. And that's also ascribed to when Jesus was speaking to his disciples on the Mount. There was a visual expression of his divinity. So you're radiant, you're glowing. You're in a glow up. Abundance. I'm not surprised to see that come out here. It's reminding me of the sun. You're really stepping into your own frequency. And I mean that energetically. I mean, obviously, you're having thoughts and you're living your life and you're making decisions and you're taking actions and you're relating to people and you're going to sleep and waking up and you're doing life basically. But it's on a foundation of this chop wood, carry water, this practice, this intent, this connection. I feel like you've probably meditated a lot. You're probably someone who, if you don't already meditate a lot and remote view or have those psychic gifts turned on, I feel like this is a time when if you choose to step into that, you can really learn how to that it will be a time where that will flow much freer for you, because I feel like you're not so tied to the mind. Like they say sometimes when you're like, one of the practices that I've come across when you have heavy emotions and you have negative thoughts, one of the practices is sending them down into Mother Earth Gaia and walking on your bare feet on the ground. And that really helps connect with the electromagnetism of the earth. I just feel like in this stage, whatever phase you're at, however you've come to it, whatever your life path has been this lifetime and prior lifetimes, at this time, this is just really coming into a synchronistic, homogeneous, very natural ability for you. And then you have St. John's wort, which is interesting because we were just talking about homogeny. So it's like those energies, you're stabilizing them and grounding them into Mother Earth Gaia, but also into the physical 3D. And it's a two-way street with you and Mother Gaia, because she's a being, you're a being, and you're working symbiotically together, whether your conscious brain is aware of it or not, because our human mind is small, and we can try and reason things out. But there's only so far, like our mind can only expand so much. And then the causal realm, which is that super consciousness, the collective consciousness, it's thinking stuff, but it's beyond what we ascribe as thinking. It's thought form. It's not, I'm going to tell you what to think. Mental activity is not the same as thinking. So it's very easy to get caught up in the mental space and ruminating, and I'm going to want this outcome, I'm going to take these steps. That's really training. And I'm seeing stabilizer wheels like on a child's bike. It's mental training, but you're able to just so much more naturally stabilize that thought form energy through your mental processes, through the processes that you do in the physical world, to regulate your and interact and dance with your thoughts and your emotions and how you navigate that space. This is really, really beautiful. The other thing about St. John's wort is it can be used to help people with anxiety. So you might have been someone who suffered from anxiety, and I'm hearing, what's that song? I didn't know, I knew too much. I think it's Crazy by Nothing But Thieves. That song is playing in my head as well. So you might have been in a dark night of the soul before you came out, while your mind was trying to figure out what was happening, because there's so much energy that's coming. You might have been having a lot of downloads, and there was so much energy trying to come through, like a physical vessel, which is by definition like a fraction of what is available in the causal, if I'm making sense. I hope I am. The other thing that's standing out to me is St. John's wort is associated with June 24, and June is 6, and then 24, and we've got 24 here, and June is the 6th month. The blue moon was May 31st, and the next day is June. So it might really actually be something that's coming to bloom in June, or maybe June 24th will be significant as well. The other thing with St. John's wort and this card in this oracle deck, it can be associated with the King of Swords. So we were talking about the mental space. So I really feel that you've been able to really have some mastery over your mental space, and that's really helping you be in that, stabilizing that energy into your 3D world. Really, really beautiful. And in order to be able to have abundance, we need to be able to be discerning about how we protect that abundance. And we've only got 24 hours in a day, but at the same time, we have 24 hours in a day. It's like, how do I use what gifts I have. How do I use the time that's available to me? How do I use the ability that I have to navigate other realms and other worlds? And I feel like you're probably someone who, let's say, it's reminding me of the Dalai Lama at one stage saying, somebody said to him, oh, I have a really busy day. I don't know if I'll have time to meditate. And his response was, oh, I have a really busy day. I must meditate for 2 hours instead of one, because there's so much more available to us at that subtle level. It's like building and then doing the plans afterwards, if that makes sense. Let's pull some tarot and see what else you've got. You have got the 8 of Earth, which is the eight of Pentacles. Again, we've got that energy, that pentacle energy, that temporal energy, that earthly energy. And the eight of Earth for me is my whistle while you work card. And it's an enjoyment in putting effort in, and also it's progress and seeing rewards. I mean, you're almost at the 9 and at the 10. And, you know, the 10 is the whole kit and caboodle. The 9, which you're just about to, is that independence. It's that being sovereign. It's a very sovereign card. It's being very self-reliant and just having everything that you need and having built that up in yourself. And I feel like you've really done that energetically, aurically, mentally, and you're now really, I feel like anything that you try to manifest now, it will come from just a really pure heart space. And you won't be like, I'm hearing careful what you wish for. You won't be just willy-nilly wishing for this and that and the other, because as you know that it takes time for things to become manifest in the physical world. So I'm hearing Joe Dispenza, what fires together wires together. And why would you spend time on manifestations that don't have meaning to you? But I feel like this process is really unconscious, and the astral is really the realm of the subconscious. And they say that our subconscious mind is like 30,000 times more powerful than our conscious mind. So I feel like you really meditate first, dance first, think later. That is Samuel Beckett, I think. But dance is something that also gets us out of our human head and into our greater mind, into our intuition, into our body. And it's just a whole integrated system. So I feel like you're really more aligned with natural law, if that makes sense. We have the Daughter of Air, which is the Page of Swords. Lot of beautiful communication, lots of like clear communication from your guides, clear communication from your higher self, clear communication on the messages that you want to share, clear communication in how you want to express yourself in the world. Oh, we've got the Fool. The Fool under the singer of Transfiguration. Isn't that just beautiful? Yeah, a new beginning. You're just having, a rebirth. The Moon card, my gosh. We were just talking about the astral and the subconscious. Like a lot of dream time, a lot of fears and illusions I feel you've overcome. Like things maybe that you were afraid to move forward with in the past. You will be able to go into your subconscious and be able to work through so much more there and be able to then make it manifest in the world and really be able to tell yourself, that's an illusion. That's my mind playing tricks on me. That's the archons around me. That's people sending me evil eye. Here's what I want to do. I'm stable in who I am, what I'm connected to. I know how to ground myself. I know how to reset my energy. I know how to protect myself from negative energy. I know how to play and dance. And I know that I enjoy putting effort into things that I love. This is so beautiful. You have the card here of disappointment, which is the 5 of Cups. And that is the regret card. And it can also be a grief card. So there are things that you're going to be leaving behind. There may even be people who you're leaving behind because you won't be able to carry them and be discerning at the same time. You will be able to leave space open for people to rise to your frequency. You will also be able to meet them where they are, but it doesn't mean that you're going to have the same level of relationship with them that you were in the past. And what I mean by that is your conversations will probably change. So you may grow out of some relationships, and you may come into more people who are on a same wavelength as you. I feel like you've really had a huge acceleration in growth. And this world is so slow that it might actually even invite people who are disappointed, people who don't want you to leave, people who can see how fast that you're moving and growing, or like how can feel the energy of you, but don't know how to keep up. And they might feel disappointment over what they may see as, maybe you not having time for them anymore. And that's not what it is. It's just that you're just on a different, you're having a glow up. It's not that you're ditching old relationships or old friends. It's just that you've expanded and you have a bigger landscape now. And we have the Three of Pentacles. And the bees in the beehive. There's a thing, I think it's the bumblebee. The bumblebee aerodynamically does not know that it's not supposed to be able to fly given physics, but it can anyway. So there's a magical quality to this. And then, of course, bees are associated with nectar and honey and collaborating and working together. So I feel like you are going to be, it's reiterating that there may be some people who are disappointed that, things have, the form of the relationship has changed a bit, or maybe they might even do things to cause you to want to feel disappointment, and may try and do things to undermine some of the new endeavors that you're going into. And I'm hearing, you might have some trolls, and haters gonna hate, testers gonna test, but you keep going because you're the best. Madeline Bailey. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I feel like you're really coming into satisfaction in your life, satisfaction in what you've built. Like, seeing this Nine of Pentacles card, it's the Nine of Earth here, and it's gain. You're able to really appreciate, and appreciate means give value to. See how the hand is holding this beautiful little sapling? You're able to be really abundant. You're able to nurture. You're able to bring it into the 3D. It's so beautiful. Do we have any more messages? We have the Ace of Cups. And that just speaks to, again, on the Moon and on the Fool. It's kind of reminding me of water remembers, but also time is a construct that we've come up with in human world. So everything exists all the time at the same time. The past is the future is the past. Even though we have a linear experience in the 3D land, I feel like you're going to be much more tapped into all of your other timelines. That's what I'm getting from this. And an ability to really transcend, like Mercurial, be able to, and Mercury can get into, no door can keep Mercury out. Hermes is the messenger. Messages have to go through the world. Messages and water. If you speak over water, you can imprint on it. You are very in touch with your own waters. This is so beautiful. Pile number 1. Wow. If you feel so called to leave an emoji or a comment, or if anything resonated with you, I would love to hear about it, because I have never got this message before. This is absolutely beautiful energy. I am so happy for you, and I am excited to feel how your energy unfolds, because I feel you. I feel you. Even though we haven't met person to person, I feel you, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care, pile number one. Your message is complete. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll feel called to consider it or subscribe. Bye. Welcome to your reading, pile number two. You chose this beautiful piece of lapis lazuli, which I'll put up here, and I'll put your number two here beside it. So, pile number two, about your glow up. Healing. Beautiful. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. And I'm noticing that the 2 and the 9, it is an 11, and that's reminding me of the Justice card, but also Life Path 11. So some of you might be Life Path 11. We have got the Ra. That is pure, unadulterated, raw energy, power. It's reminding me of Pluto, the power of Pluto. And you have caution, wormwood. Wormwood, that is associated with Artemis. And Artemis was a protector of the forests. And Artemis famously gave this, and it was named after her, this wormwood to Chiron. So you are a healer. I feel like you've healed yourself, but I also feel like there's a healing going on in connection with your energy, where you go. Like you might be someone who brings healing to the natural world, like forests and rivers, and you might be able to bring healing to those places. I also feel like you're able to be a very healing energy to other people. Chiron was the wounded healer. He was the wounded warrior who became the wounded healer. And it's giving healer, heal thyself. So I feel like you healed yourself. When we heal ourselves, a lot of that has to do with karmic imprints from past lives, ancestral karmas that we're carrying through past lives. And in this lifetime, you've been the one who has been able to bring this healing to a culmination. You could be a cycle breaker. Chiron was also the first shaman. So you could be very adept with plant medicine. You could be very adept with landscaping, just working in the outdoors and feeling comfortable and being a bit of a free spirit. And I feel like with caution, it's also this wormwood is also used. It's in absinthe. The caution is around this raw power, I want to say, and the caution is also around use of this power that you have. And it's also reminding me of when we inoculate against a disease. Let's say we do it by introducing a small amount of that disease into the body so that the body can be recognized. So you might be sent in as kind of an inoculator into certain situations, and then you bring healing. So even though you bring healing to people, it doesn't necessarily look like one of those televangelist channels or one of those gurus where people are like genuflecting at your feet and saying thanks you for healing me and putting a hand on them and go, yay, you're healed. I'm not seeing that so much as you being brought into situations that require healing and being a mirror for others, but also your energy is very healing. You heal by example and also by frequency. So around you, people probably feel good, which means when you leave, they don't like it. And they may show you that in ways that are not so pleasant. That's kind of what I'm getting as your glow up. But I feel like your real glow up is that your time of healing is actually done. You're healed. And now you're able to really impact the world because you have this thy cup runneth over now. It may not look like that insofar as that you may not have, the $5 million home and the portfolio and all that jazz. You might actually have to have a day job and pay bills like most of us. You might not live in exorbitant wealth that you don't have to worry about how you're going to put, food on the table and save for retirement as well. Because we live in a society right now that does money and doesn't want people to have freedom, is the way I'm going to put it. Let's pull some tarot and go a little bit deeper. We have got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, fast moving energy. And I feel like you have very healing ideas and very healing thoughts. And you bring clarity to situations. You're armored in this card and you're moving forward, and he's charging. So you may be someone who is required at times by circumstance to armor up and to charge into a situation that requires it. The Five of Cups came up in pile 1. So there might be messages for you in pile 1 as well. This is the card of regret. It also can be a card of grief. It can be a card of bereavement. This came up in pile number 1 too, the Ace of Cups. My gosh. And I was just saying how your cup runneth over, like fulfillment wise, emotionally wise. When you look in the mirror and you see who you truly know yourself to be, there's a perception that you're connected to spirit, that spirit's got your back. And even with the disappointments that happened in the past, the healing that you had to do, it's behind you now. You've got the Ace of Cups, but I'm also seeing the Two of Cups in this card. So you may have had some things that you had to grieve. And if you're healing ancestral karma, it means that there's people in your family, very likely, that could not do that healing, or that you were put in to help heal. And the healing process, as anyone who has healed knows, that it's not all puppies and rainbows. And now we've got the Chiron card, the wounded warrior card. Absolutely. But all the time in these situations, while people were causing you grief, while people were trying to knock your cups over, you stayed connected to spirit, and you stayed in a willingness to see the higher picture, and a real willingness to heal. A lot of people don't want to heal because it means having to look at things that are really difficult. How did I behave towards somebody? How did somebody behave towards me? I mean, if you look at anyone who's been in an abusive dynamic, that sometimes inability to be able to look at the level of abuse that somebody else is perpetrating towards them, because it's so painful. And of course, if you're the person doing that, it can also be very, very painful, because you will justify it unless you're a complete psychopath. Wow, you've got the Justice card. We talked about the Justice card up here. You're coming into balance, like real balance in your equanimity is what I'm hearing. Like you're really, really able to balance your thoughts, your emotions. You're able to discern who you want in your space and why that is. You're able to, I'm seeing a curtain in front of here, like the sun energy. You're not just going to give your resources away willy-nilly when people don't respect that, and leave nothing for yourself. You're also aware that doing that, enabling somebody, doesn't help you and it doesn't help them. It doesn't mean that you're going to be cruel or cold to anybody, or that you feel like you're the arbiter of justice. You're just going to align with truth. And you do align with truth, and you have aligned with truth. And the scales are being balanced for you because you've been the wounded warrior, but you're also a godsend to wounded warriors. You may end up sharing your story. Oh my gosh. We also have the Three of Swords, which is the betrayal card, which is, three swords to the heart. That is something that you've experienced, and you can help heal others, and you can help others reframe. And you have this raw energy coming through that's now available to you because you've done your healing. That's this cup runneth over, but not at your own detriment. You've been through this grief yourself, so you can relate to somebody who's been through it. You can hold their hand through it, figuratively speaking and physically speaking, if that's what it calls for. And the Queen of Cups, stop. The Queen of Cups is somebody who knows her own heart. She's a lid on the cup. She knows what's valuable. She knows the worth of something. She knows the price of things too, but she knows the worth of it. And she's driven by what matters, not by what it costs. And I mean that as in the price. Like, it's not like she's going to buy something because it's a fancy schmancy label. She's going to buy it because her heart wants it and it feels good and it's in alignment with her heart space. Really, really beautiful. Let's see what else we've got for you. You are the Queen of Cups. And the queens are healers, very healing in the heart space. And of course, this is giving me heart chakra energy as well. My gosh, you've got the Nine of Cups. This glow up for you is a fulfillment. And I feel like you're leading by example. You're showing that there's life after betrayal, that there's life after regret, that there's life after grief, that grief is a process, that a lot of cups energy, that when you connect into source, when you connect into spirit, you can alchemize those pains and that suffering, and you can come out and you can still be fulfilled. And we've got the Four of Cups here. You're really good at reframing, and this is helping others accept, not focusing on the Three Cups in front of them or the ones that got kicked over. You're really helping them to see that they have the choice to accept Spirit's cup. I feel like you might be, if you're not in a healing profession already, you could be you could be drawn to doing something that has a healing nature to it. And then you have the Three of Cups. So much Cups energy. Wow. So that's really, you're being really guided by your intuition. You're really moving from the subconscious, from the dream state, from the things, the matters of the heart. It might be that you're expressing it through art, because cups are also that energy, that creative energy, but that meandering creative energy that comes from the heart space rather than the passion that is the wands. The only wands that you have is the Nine of Wands here, and that's what you've been through and what you're moving towards. But a lot of Cups energy. This is a really fulfilling glow up for you. Like energetically, in the beginning, I think it's is it Carousel? At the beginning of Carousel, he's in heaven shining the stars. I'm just seeing your aura being shined up, like happiness abounds. You've come through so much darkness. You've come through so many dark nights of the soul. You've come through so much betrayal. You've come through so much lack, not having, being triangulated, people knocking your cups over, people putting you into stages of grief, people burdening you with their wands that they should be carrying. And still, you're able to come out of it the other side, not only sovereign, but also just really fulfilled. He just looks really happy with what he's built. You're still able to be a guide and a teacher to others. And the Three of Cups, your besties card. So there's time for play and fulfillment and community and dance. Really beautiful pile number 2. I'm very, 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 very happy for you. If you feel called to share in the comments or drop an emoji down if anything resonates, I would love that very much. And I do hope to see you at another reading. And if you are not subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So bye, pile number 2. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You chose this gorgeous rose quartz carved rose. Let's pop that up there for you and look at your oracle cards. So tell us about your glow up. Discernment. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Oh, gorgeous. I'm really getting galactic vibes from this. Andromeda, Arcturus. It's even reminding me of, it's giving me the mental space as well, which makes sense for discernment. You have Titan the Sliff. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And this is quite uncanny because she is the fairy who is very fast moving. She is a light body. I mean, her main thing is discernment. She's not going to explain it to you. She just is an embodiment of discernment. How synchronistic is that? And then we've got Hawthorn, which is sacred. So discernment is sacred. Hawthorn is known to be a portal for the Fae. It's associated with Bealtaine, Beltane, May, and it's May when I'm recording this. It's associated very strongly with no May Day is May 1st is complete without some hawthorn in a lot of traditions. Really, really cool. This card could also be very strongly associated with the Magician card. So your ability to manifest is on fire. And then the Magician is also ruled by Mercury. And Mercury is able to transcend all realms. And this, as we said, is a portal to other realms. And she is the embodiment of other realms. I feel like you're really aware. Part of your glow up is on I want to say it's in your gifts, in your psychic abilities, in your ability to astral travel, to astral project, even remote view, whatever you want to call it, but really tap into those energies in a way where you feel confident, because this is also giving me throat chakra, and throat chakra rules self-esteem and confidence as well as communication. So you're able to, and what is traveling through other realms? It's a type of communication. It's also a type of travel. The way I want to say it is that you're traveling there to get messages, but you're already there. It's just that you're communicating that to yourself, if that makes sense. I'm so sorry. It sounds weird. 6 of Cups. And then we have the Crow up here on this 6 of Cups. And the Crow is also another creature who is known for being able to travel to different realms. This is really cool. And 6 of Cups is suggesting to me that this might be something that you were very adept at doing as a child, and maybe it became, maybe you don't even remember, but when we grow up and we go to school, or we go up and tell our parents and they don't understand about it, the men in white coats are going to come and take you away. Queen of Swords. Oh, wow. Knight of Swords. Like Queen of Swords on discernment, then the Knight of Swords traveling between realms, like the speed at which you can get messages. So much mercurial energy here. And Mercury is also associated with water. So that ability of water to be fluid between realms. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. So it's reminding me that maybe your gifts were shut down in the past because maybe people didn't understand them and they got kind of freaked out, and they maybe shamed you, and you cut them off and stopped communicating with your guides maybe as directly as you used to. King of Cups. Wow. This is reminding me of dragon realms, and water in its, I suppose, most pure sense is also known as dragon water and fire water. So that's reminding me of this as well. Holy moly, 10 of Cups. I feel like you're really connecting with, this is just going to be this glow up. I mean, the 10 of Cups is the everything. It's the total fulfillment. It's the total package. Like this stage of your life with your gifts coming online, you're going to be able to really lean into them in a way that you absolutely love, that lights you up, that feels good. And you will be around people that will be able to hold that space for you. Maybe you're going to meet your King of Cups. We've got a Queen and we've got a King on the board. Maybe you're going to meet your person, or maybe your person that you're already with is having an expansion also, and you guys will be able to really connect on such a deeper level in that space, and things will be clicking in for you in that, I want to say psychic space, but you will have somebody by your side maybe. And then you have the Six of Coins, and that is my Care Bear card. And what I mean by that is there's a joy in giving. So using your gifts to really support others is going to be incredibly fulfilling to you. And I feel like even if it's not about meeting, a divine counterpart, for example, or having it in your family, it could be that you're connecting with family on the other side. Mediumship could be opening up for you, like you're reigniting some gifts, some ancestral gifts that were lost over time because, burn the witch and all that, like it was dangerous to have them, or let's lock them up because they be crazy. Nine of Swords. This is the Oracle of Delphi. Yeah, Knight of Swords and Eight of Swords. You may have really suppressing. What I'm getting with this is that suppressing those gifts might have caused you a lot of anguish, and this move into opening them up and really embodying them is freeing for you, but you'll also be able to really help other people in their Nine of Swords energy with this, with your gifts. Very, very so much swords energy. And then your cups. Really strong, intuitive, but the use of the intuition, oh my goodness, High Priestess. The use of the intuition, master of, so you've got magician energy and high priest energy. Like basically you're an alchemist, but you have a joy in giving to your community, and you have a joy in helping others. And I also feel like water can also be representative of money. So you could be generating wealth from your gifts also. That's a possibility. And then we have the Knight of Coins. So you're not in any you're not in any rush. So that's the Knight of Pentacles. So you're moving forward with this, but it's not like you're moving forward in that I'm going to get there. I'm just going to put one foot in front of my other. It's giving attraction energy. It's giving not push energy. It's a real beautiful balance between your logic and your intuition, and how you build that up in the world, and how you are of service to others, and how you also allow it to fulfill you. It's really, really beautiful energy, pile number 3. Know yourself, meditate. Who am I? Veil is lifting. Yeah. Heart of ascension, expansion, love for all, playfulness. Yeah, with the 6 of Cups, I'm seeing just a lightheartedness coming into this glow up. But now your inner child is grown up and is protected. And I'm seeing a lot of love around you. I mean, we've got the heart right here. And then we've got Earth Angel. Kindness, sensitivity is strength, higher perspective, divine abilities. You're really able to tap into those gifts in such a beautiful way that really serves. And what I'm getting from Earth Angel is you're very connected to the celestial realms as well. If you're able to connect into celestial realms, you're able to collect into other galactic collectives, and you have the wisdom and technology and discernment and the purity of heart to connect with these other beings. You're just in a beautiful, pure way of communicating with other realms. And I think that these cards are really speaking to that. Your intentions are pure. You have a lot of clarity, and you're really leaning into your intuition, and you're really knowing your own frequency, your own body, but you're in no rush. You're just not needing to be in a rush, and it's really, really beautiful energy. Pile number 3. I'm going to leave it there. Pile number 3. This is really gorgeous. If you feel called to share, if anything resonates, drop an emoji below or leave a comment. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you will consider subscribing. Bye, pile number 3. Thank you. Wishing you the best rest of your day. Sending you blessings. Bye.